here at Lake Lanier. Check on the lineup again, and any minute now we'll be underway. Starts when the light goes to green and the boot that holds the bow of each boat drops into the water, and we get clean, fair starts. We have actually had one false start. I think it was due to a mechanical problem. These are the Americans, Lindsay Burns in the bow and Theresa Bell the stroke. And Holland the favourites, Chris?
Yes, they haven't actually been going particularly well this year, and I think you know, there's certainly all the experience there. And Laurie Vermulst has been winning medals for 6, 7, 8 years, and competed at the last Olympics actually in a heavyweight event where she finished 4th. But this is her last real chance, and I'm sure she's not one to give it up. I think it's probably between them, the Americans with the unknown quantity, the Chinese. You and I have seen Chinese crews appear from nowhere and go very fast indeed.
Vermulst is 36 and her partner 33, so it'll be the last hurrah for them, and you can be sure they'll want to make the most of it.
One of the interesting things, Gerald, really is how many of the older competitors we're seeing. There are a large number of them competing with great distinction. Of course, Steve Redgrave is a very good example. Our own Peter Haining is another. But we've seen them quite a lot through the heats. In endurance sports, providing you can maintain your level of training and motivation, you can actually stay in the picture for a surprising time.
The Italians, Lisa Bertini and Martina Ozan. Bertini was the last 2 World Championships as a lightweight single sculler, finished 4th and 5th. Well, the forecast, incidentally, is a little bit ominous. 6 a.m. to noon, the official forecast here says thunderstorms likely. Temperatures rising from 72 to 83 degrees. Chance of rain 60%.
So they take electrical storms very seriously here. We get some dramatic lightning, and the likelihood is that everyone would have to be cleared off the water, possibly off the stands as well. You can see there with the effect of the crosswind, which is building. That double was almost diagonally across the lane. It shows how difficult it is to actually keep the quality of the rowing and keep the boat moving straight down the lane.
For the sake of keeping the local interest alive, the Americans in 2nd place, behind Holland, China in 3rd. That was the position at 500 metres. Women row the full 2,000 metres, like the men. Once upon a time, they only did half the distance. To complete the identifications, the young lady spectator we saw was Chelsea Clinton, daughter of the United States President.
So I think the Americans are still looking for a victory today. I'm not sure they even saw one yesterday. It's not really been a very good day for them so far.
Racing today ends with the women's and men's 8s, always a thrilling sight.
Yes, that's where the American women do stand a very strong chance. The American women's 8 is very strong.
1,000 metres, halfway in the first heat of the women's lightweight double sculls. Greeks out of it, but all the rest within, certainly within range of a little burst. Italy, United States, Netherlands was the order at halfway. China were 4th, France 5th. Greeks too far back to have any impact.
It's interesting, the Italians over in lane 2, the crosswind is going to help those inside lanes. And with the light women, they're only barely 9 stone. It really does make a lot of difference. If they come into a strong wind, it can slow the boat down quite appreciably. And so I think we could see some advantage to the crews over on that side. This is a new Italian combination.
Crews were well prepared for headwinds here. That is very much the characteristic of the course. It's once it starts to swing a bit cross, and therefore you get protection from the trees which line the banks, and that makes the course a little bit unfair.
Yes, it's the one thing that the rowers really dread is a certain unfairness across the lanes. But they've tried to minimise it by, they've got 8 lanes here, they're using the 6 closest in towards the bank. And the course by and large has been very fair. The rowers are extremely happy with it, but I think this is the first day we've seen a wind which has got quite this amount of cross in it.
What they have been saying is that there are patches of the course where the wind is a little bit eccentric. There are areas where there are creeks that feed into the main course, and maybe that affects it.
I'm sure that's right, and it can be very unpredictable too, which makes it quite difficult.
Less than a second now between the United States and Italy. Netherlands back in third, but 5 seconds down. China in fourth.
And this is not all over by any means. It's barely half a length. But the experience with the Americans and the power of the crowd is certainly going to will them around the last few hundred metres.
Yes, the cry of "Go USA" will resound around Lake Lanier, as it has around virtually every other venue. They've been just a little bit short of medals, but we're only in the early stages of these games. It's the 4th season together for this United States double in this category. Silver medalists in the World Championships in '91, bronze in '94. Here are the Italians pressing them for this direct qualification into the semi-final. Awesome race is what the scoreboard is describing this as. Always awesome when the Americans are in the lead, as they are. Half a length from the Italians. And looking pretty relaxed. Nicely synchronized. And guessing now that they've got the race in their pocket. Clear water. And the Italians know they've been beaten. Victory on Lake Lanier for the United States of America. Lindsey Burns and Teresa Bell, great cheer for them. Italy second and Holland third.
That's certainly true.
You take your hat off to people who are prepared to do it.
Yeah.
So there's confirmation that Lindsey Burns and Teresa Bell